Menominee Maroon sports broadcasts are brought to you by North Honda Motorsports, Esser Glass, Bayshore Credit Union, Riverside Auto, State Farm Insurance Tony Furton Agent, Prestige Auto Body, Colonel K's Pasties, Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, Dexter's, State Farm Insurance Brent Narrett Agent, Integra First Federal Credit Union, Advanced Motors, Peshtigo National Bank, Menza and Zach Heating and Cooling, and Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC.
And from Stephenson, Michigan, good evening. I'm Josh Kellner here with you yet again. Girls basketball action on your Bay Cities radio dial. The Menominee Maroons the Menominee Maroons on the road taking on the Stephenson Eagles. So they're hosting the Menominee Maroons today. Girls basketball action. Packed house on hand. Here they have, I would say a little more than 3/4 of the gym pulled out here, and a lot of people are here to watch this contest. As one set of bleachers is just half pulled out where the Stephenson bench normally would be. As the Menominee Maroon bench, they're sitting on the bottom row of the bleachers is where the team will. Well, we're a little bit running behind schedule tonight as the JV game went a little bit longer than expected, as they seem to always do. But the Menominee Maroons are victorious at the JV level. 53-36 was the final score there. As we'll wait and see what happens with this varsity matchup coming up for you in about 8 minutes until the opening tip-off. We're here on your Bay Cities radio dial as these teams played, last year we will say, just a few weeks ago, with the Stephenson Eagles getting the best of the Menominee Maroons as Stephenson comes into this contest undefeated, 9 wins, no losses total on their regular season. Well, our pregame coverage here brought to you by North Motorsports. And once you visit North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper outdoor products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee or give them a call at 906-863-5592. I'd also like to thank Kane Chevrolet Buick GMC in Oconto and Marinette. They are driving you to the game as the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay. Well, girls basketball action again here this evening. I'm going to talk a little bit about the boys right now. Really not much about boys basketball, but one thing that's taking place tomorrow before the boys basketball game with the Menominee Maroons hosting the Marquette Redmond tomorrow for a 6:30 start. This is going to be a lot of fun. Something that never actually happened in Menominee. This is actually the first time that it's going on really nationwide. As former Super Bowl III champion Bill Rodemaker is going to be in Menominee, and he's presenting Menominee High School a commemorative Wilson Gold football. That's our former Jets receiver. And what this is, I'll read you the whole press release here. The Super Bowl High School Honor Roll celebrates high schools and communities that have contributed to Super Bowl history. This is a platform designed to link the past Super Bowls with this year's game and honor the high schools and communities that have positively impacted the game of football. So high schools across the nation and around the world will receive a commemorative Wilson Gold football for every player or head coach who graduated from their high school and was on an active Super Bowl roster. So this is the NFL doing this. The NFL Foundation will provide the schools with a new character education curriculum and the opportunity to apply for grants for up to $5,000 to help support and grow the football programs. This is the NFL Foundation has invested $1 million towards this campaign. Now, if you want some more information about the Super Bowl High School Honor Roll system, and ways that they're celebrating the Super Bowl 50. If you haven't noticed on all the football games, the 50-yard line is painted in gold this year. That's why, it's because it's Super Bowl 50. Go to superbowl.com, and the high school honor roll database is right there, or follow at Super Bowl on Twitter, or hashtags SB50 or SB Honor Roll. So this is all taking place tomorrow. Former New York Jets wide receiver and the Super Bowl III champion Bill Rodemaker will be there. The game is at 6:30, but the presentation is going to happen about 6:15 in between the JV and the varsity contest. And every Maroon, former Maroon that wears a jersey of some sort that's related to the Menominee Maroons, I believe gets in for free. So this should be a lot of fun. I'm going to send out some notices as well. On Twitter, you can follow me at Maroons Radio. I always send out stuff like this and just interesting tidbits and things. So this is actually really cool. I'm looking forward to this. This is all taking place tomorrow before the Marquette Redmond boys game at Menominee High School. So that's tomorrow evening. All right, now back to tonight now. The Stephenson Eagles hosting the Menominee Maroons. Girls basketball action right here in your Bay Cities radio dial. This game is set up to be for a lot of fun. And I did talk to head coach Lucas Chenard before I went on the air. So I'm going to take a quick break now. We'll play the head coach Chenard interview for you. When I come back, I'll have the starting lineup and just a little bit more pregame before we hit the national anthem right here on your hometown radio station and BayCitiesOnline.com. Pregame coverage here in your Bay Cities Radio Down. I'll be joined by head coach Lucas Chenard of your Menominee Maroon girls basketball team. Hey, coach, thanks for joining me here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for talking with me, Josh.
Oh, of course, wouldn't miss this one. It's a Stephenson game. You guys played Stephenson earlier on the season back at home. We're going to push that one to the side, and now we're going to come and focus on this contest here today. First off, before we talk about the game, how about the environment? Tough environment already. The JV game is going on. This place is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a packed gym already for the JV game. So, for the varsity game, the stands are going to be full. It's a great environment for the girls to play basketball in. So, really looking forward to this game.
One thing about, fans when they come to games, everyone likes to come out and cheer on a winning team. This team is a winning team. They haven't lost yet, and that will bring up extra people to the contest. And really, that's what happens. Winning teams bring in money into the gym.
Exactly. So we know coming in that, they're going to be a tough opponent for us. And, it would be nice, with them being 9-0 for us to be, give them that first loss tonight. So, we definitely got to play our best game tonight, in order to get that done.
Well, one thing you guys had a chance to work on is you're really just working on your fundamentals and things like that, the basics, going back to the basics. And last game, I had a chance to watch some of the game against Green Bay West, and you guys got a nice win against a Green Bay team.
Yeah, we did. We got off to a little bit of a slow start, and that's kind of been our MO this year. We haven't been able to get off to that fast start, and we always pick things up in the second half. Credit the girls against Green Bay West. We really came out with that intensity in that second half, and we were able to pull away for a good-sized margin victory there. But, last time we played Stephenson, we got down big in the first half, and we played even with them in the second half. So, the message the last day was we got to get off to a good start. We cannot allow them to get a big lead on us, and if we're able to do that, I like our chances tonight.
One thing about your team is you have 5 girls that are starting tonight. You have a bigger team than that. You go a couple girls onto the bench. And if everyone plays tough or plays to their potential, you guys can do a lot of damage. The thing is getting them all to play at their potential at the same time.
That's I wish there was a magic pill that we could just get that done. But, the girls, they're really buying in, and that's the biggest thing, buying into their roles and excelling in their roles. And I think they're finally starting to understand that and what they need to do to be successful. So hopefully tonight we can put that all together.
This is a rivalry game. It's a non-conference game for you guys, but you don't play for the GNs in this one. You play for a Menominee County victory, and it's a stepping stone really for the playoffs. I know it's early yet. You don't want to talk about that. But being in an environment like this is really a good chance for your girls to focus.
Yeah, because conference games, they're always very important, and, you're going to get a good-sized crowd there, So for them to play in this type of environment and experience that, experience is everything. So if they're able to excel in this type of environment, I like our chances moving forward.
All right, Coach. Hey, thanks for taking the time and joining me here today, and we'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Esser Glass of Menominee has over 100 years of experience in the glass business. Visit the glazing contractors at Esser's for all your glass needs, such as general glass replacement in windows and frames, custom mirrors, insulated glass units, screen replacement, or frameless glass shower doors. Esser Glass is proud to be a Menominee Maroon sponsor in the community. Esser Glass at 821 7th Street in Menominee. Maroons, have a great season and good luck.
A credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in, then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that makes people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Tony Furton focuses on how benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Tony Furton in Menominee at 906-863-4464 and put the life back in life insurance. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pick-up, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an iCar Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair.
And back at it right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM WHYB. Menominee and Marinette and BayCitiesOnline.com. Well, I'm Josh Keller here with you again. Girls basketball action with Menominee Maroons in Stephenson taking on the Stephenson Eagles. We just had the national anthem played for you. I didn't get a chance to throw that one up over there. It's pretty hard to pick up here tonight, way up in the booth. Well, let's go ahead and give it a starting lineup tonight. We'll start off first with the visiting team. Starting tonight for Menominee, 5'5" junior, number 4, Morgan Roman. 5'9" junior, number 12, Karina Anderson. 5'8" senior, number 24, Paige Barrett. 5'7" senior, number 30, Jeanette Rivard. The starting 5 rounds off with a 5'10" junior, number 32, Avery Stewart. Head coach for the Menominee girls basketball team, Lucas Chenard. Again for Menominee, Roman Anderson, Barrett Rivard, and Stewart. Menominee 3 wins, 5 losses overall in the season. Now let's take a look at your Stephenson Eagles, the home team tonight. Getting the start tonight for Stephenson. Number 10, Autumn Reisner. Number 11, Carly Johnson. Number 13, Kelsey Johnson. Number 32, Kylie Cross. And number 42, Tori Wingren. No heights or grade level listed for the Eagles, otherwise I'd give that to you, but it's not on the roster. Head coach Shayna Beal for Stephenson. Again for the Eagles, Reisner, Johnson, Cross, and Wingren. The undefeated Stephenson Eagles coming into this contest. And they're going to be in their home white jerseys, blue numbers, gold trim, while the Menominee Maroons are rhoded maroon jerseys, white numbers, gold trim. As Menominee will jump to the basket on the right on your Bay Cities radio dial, Stephenson will come on over to the left side. As there were a few moments from being underway, Tori Wenger to jump for Stephenson, and Avery Stewart will jump for Menominee. With the Eagles defeating the Maroons earlier on in this season, so the Maroons looking to try to get them back at this one. And it's in the air, and the tip is going to be fought for. It's still on the floor, and Jeanette Rivard will have it for the Menominee Maroons, and we are underway. Morgan Roman out to the top side. Roman tips it over to Rivard. Rivard drives in the left hand. She'll lose the ball on the free throw line. And now it's on the floor, rolling around, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stephenson as it was poked away. Nearly could have been in the vicinity of a traveling violation, but should now have complete control of the ball. Then tried to roll it to a teammate. Then it was tipped by Kylie Cross of the Eagles. So Paige Barrett will inbound from the corner on that far side of the floor for Menominee. Again, the junior varsity game wrapped up earlier with the Maroons winning down 53-36. Roman between the wheels. She'll take it now to the right wing for Menominee. Now back on top, Paige Barrett. Barrett swings it into the corner. Jeanette Rivard with the right hand on top now to Roman. Roman finds lane to the free throw line. She'll drive in, and it's blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kelsey Johnson, for the Eagles. As it was blocked as she went into heavy traffic there. And now inbound. Goes into the hands of Morgan Roman. Roman takes a pop shot up, no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Coming up right side of the floor, it'll be Kelsey Johnson. Johnson a crossover. Now she'll work it on top into the hands of Kelsey. It's Carly to Kelsey. Now Kelsey back over to Carly to the right wing. And there's also Kylie on the floor. And the Eagles turn it over. So it's going to be a rough one to stick with me tonight. Almost should go with the girls' first names in this one, with 2 Johnson girls and a Kylie Cross. Morgan Roman now for the Menominee Maroons to the free throw line. Avery Stewart in the baseline. Avery drives. Now she'll kick back on top to Morgan Roman. Little finger roll for Roman high off the glass. Way off and rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Stephenson. The Maroons will regain control. Roman drove the lane, did a little finger roll, and went nearly off the top of the backboard and spun way out. And now Paige Barrett will inbound underneath her own basket. Scoreless here. Nearly a minute ticked into this contest. And Barrett will throw it on the other side of the floor to Morgan Roman. Roman thought she could whistle for going over and back as she just jumped across the half-court line and threw it back into traffic and threw it right into the Eagles. And it's going to be a turnover instead of Roman just hustling it down on the other side of the floor. And now coming up top side, Kelsey Johnson. Over to the right corner now, Carly Johnson. Over to the right wing, a 3 on the way for Kelsey. No good. Rebound by Avery Stewart. Stewart's out the pass to Morgan Roman. And Roman now coming up between the wheels for the Maroons. And Roman... head fake 3, left corner. Now she'll zip it over to the left side. 3 on the way for Paige Barrett. Roman had a head fake 3 at the top of the key, rather. Then she kicked it over to Barrett, who nails the 3. Menominee on top, 3-0, 6:24 to go in this opening quarter. Tori Wanger to the free throw line, directing traffic now, Autumn Reisner. Reisner swings it on top, now over to the right corner, driving in, baseline is Johnson. Johnson doesn't want it, over to Tori Wanger, and actually it was Kylie Cross, and Barrett has a steal. The feed to Morgan Roman, the other side of the floor. Roman will drive baseline, she'll spin to the low post, kick back over to Barrett for a 3 again, top of the key for Page, swirls, popped out, no good. Rebound Kylie Cross. The Eagles now the pass to Carly Johnson. And Johnson will feed Tori Wanger, and down below she's double teamed. They kick back over left side. Kylie Cross lays it in. Kylie Cross gets the first points for the Stephenson Eagles. 3-2. Menominee leads this one by a point. 5:48 to go. We are in the first quarter. And now Morgan Roman over to Paige Barrett. And Barrett zips it into the left corner. Controlling now will be Avery Stewart. And Stewart nearly had it stripped, but she'll regain control. And now Avery Stewart on top to Morgan Roman. Roman to the free throw line. She doesn't want it. She'll find a lane. Now drive it. Kick it over to the right side. They're going to catch her for a traveling violation. And now the Eagles will inbound. And they'll give it into the hands of Kelsey Johnson. Just wait a minute. I'll take it off. Do you hold it? And now Kelsey Johnson. We'll pick it up and zip it over the left side. And they're going to say Kelsey Johnson traveled. So another turnover down below on the Stephenson Eagles. So Menominee leads this one by a point, 3-2. And now coming up top side will be Morgan Roman for the Menominee Maroons. Again, Menominee going to the hoop on the right on your Bay Cities radio dial. 2-3 zone by the Eagles. Paige Barrett has him left wing. She'll feed Avery Stewart. Low post left side, but that hook shot's good. Nice feed from Barrett, and Avery Stewart will capitalize and get her first points today. It's 5-2. Menominee on top by 3. Half-court trap is set up by the Maroons, and the Eagles will break in nicely over to Autumn Reisner. And now we have a traveling violation call on Autumn Reisner. As a trap collapsed on her, and she shuffled her feet. And now the Maroons will inbound. And Karina Anderson will trigger it into Morgan Roman. And Roman across the midcourt stripe. And Roman now to the right wing. She'll take it to the baseline and hand it off into the hands of Avery Stewart. Now back on top to Paige Reiswitz, who checked into the game during that dead ball. Roman now back over to Reiswitz. Reiswitz swings over to Barrett. Barrett will feed Avery Stewart, low post right side. Barrett tried to drive the lane. It's knocked away, then stolen. Coming up top side, Autumn Reisner. Reisner with a 2-on-3 breakaway. Works it into traffic to Carly Johnson. She works it on top now to Wangren for a free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound goes out to Karina Anderson. She lost it. The Eagles come out of the pile with Autumn Reisner. Back over to Wangren on top. Now they rotate things right side to Kelsey Johnson. Johnson on top. She'll find a lane. Kelsey, a little floater pass down low to Tori Wangren. Shots up and it's good. Wangren gets for 2. 1 point lead for the Maroons now. 5-4 halfway through this first quarter. Morgan Roman a crossover now to Paige Barrett. Head fake 3 for Barrett. She'll drive in, kick it over to Roman to the corner. Roman in the left hand drives in now to free throw line. Anderson back over to Roman. Roman kicks it on top now. Controlling will be Paige Reiswitz. And Reiswitz over to Roman. And pass down below. Quick it over to Avery Stewart. Stewart to the right corner. Stewart drives in a little left-handed pop shot. No good. Rebound being fought for. Paige Barrett has it to the free throw line. Barrett drives the lane. She'll find it. They're going to call it traveling violation. Easy layup for Barrett. Doesn't get to go. And they're going to call a violation on her. Timeout down below. I'll take a quick one as well back after this.
At Colonel K's Pasties to get a taste of the UP. Choose from their large variety of delicious homemade pasties, fresh or frozen. Homemade soups made daily. Coffee of the day, and their amazing soft serve ice cream. Make Colonel K's your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dine in, pick up, or drive through. You can't go wrong when you choose Colonel K's. Colonel K's Pasties, located on 10th Street in Menominee. The friendly food shaped like a smile. Stop in and pick up or drive through today.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do. All
right, back in action after the timeout down below. The Maroons will inbound. And Paige Reiswitz now to the right wing. Sorry about that. And Reiswitz rotates things back on top to Morgan Roman. And Roman now to Reiswitz. 2:50 remaining in the first quarter. And Reiswitz tried to work it over Stewart and was knocked out of bounds. Off of Menominee, so it will be Eagle ball. And the Eagles coming up with it now will be Kelsey Johnson. She'll skip it down below, and it's knocked out of bounds. That's touched by Paige Barrett. Yeah, Paige Barrett went high up over everybody that one, and volleyball spiked that one out of bounds. And nearly a turnover on the inbound by the Eagles, and it's controlled by Stephenson. On top now, Carly Johnson. Johnson drives in, free throw line jumper, no good. Got her on rebound though, and she is fouled on the floor. 1 point lead for the Maroons, 5-4, 2:27 to go, first quarter. So the first foul of the game. Morgan Roman, her first, team's first. Inbound pass nearly stolen, but it rolls over to Carly Johnson for a three. No good. Rebound goes nearly out of bounds, but Tori Wingren has it in the right corner. They rotate things top side to Kelsey Johnson. Now over to the right side to Carly Johnson. Carly to Reisner to Kelsey now. To the free throw line now to Corey Johnson. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stephenson. There's miscommunication there. And it went off of the hip of Autumn Reisner. And the Maroons will have the turnover. Whitney Mikulski into that game during the timeout before, too. Whitney, a 5'8" senior for the Maroons. Barrett now to the right wing. She'll feed Avery Stewart. Low post right side. Turn on hook shot for Stewart. It's good. Nice strong move for Avery. Menominee's lead back up to 3, 7-4. Under 2 minutes remaining first quarter. Wangren all alone underneath the basket. She'll do a move. Layup on the way, and it's good. It's actually Kylie Cross. She got the feed from Johnson. And now Morgan Roman to the free throw line. She'll work over to Avery left wing for 3. Stewart too strong, no good. Rebounded by Tori Wangren. Nearly stolen back by Morgan Roman. But it goes into the hands of Kelsey Johnson. Johnson now to the top of the key. She'll swing things over to the right side. Now back over to Kelsey. Kelsey to Reisner left wing. Reisner to Kelsey. She'll rotate it over to Carly Johnson. And the Eagles nearly turned it over, but good defense. As it was good defense by the Maroons, and Paige Rydeswitz jumping the passing lane. Kelsey Johnson now on top. Autumn Reisner to the low post now. Morgan Roman gets another steal. She stole it out of the hands of Autumn Reisner. Roman trying to go past everybody to the free throw line. Bounces it over to Rydeswitz. Head fake for Rydeswitz. She'll lead in. Shots up. No good, but she drew the foul. No, they're going to call it travel. Rydeswitz did a nice little move, but she dragged the feet. Now head coach Lucas Chenard wants to take another timeout down below. Timeout down there. I'll take one as well. Back after this on your Bay City's radio dial.
Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do real estate mortgages, offer home equity options, and work with government loan programs. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust is here to serve you in 3 locations: Ludington Street in Marinette, Roosevelt Road in Marinette, and Highway 141 in Crivets. They can show you how to make your banking life easier, save you time, and save you money. Contact them today. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And back at it right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. Josh Kellner along with you again this evening. Girls basketball action from Stephenson, Michigan, with Menominee on top by a point, 7-6 here. 69 seconds to go, first quarter. As Kelsey Johnson across the timeline, feeds to Wangren, couple passes, getting away with a travel and laying it in. It was Kylie Cross. A couple quick passes. The thing is, it was Kylie Cross took a couple steps and shuffled her feet on the easy lane. She was so far all alone, probably caught her off guard, but they didn't call it. Now the Eagles have the first lead of the game. It's 8-7, Stephenson. 3 for Stewart in the corner, airball. That one rebounded by Tori Wangren. And now Wangren on top now, over to the right side. She'll swing things to Carly Johnson. And Johnson now over to Kelsey Johnson. And Kelsey back on top to Carly. Over to Reisner left side. To the free throw line now it's Johnson. That's Kelsey driving in. Kelsey doesn't want it. Now back over to left side to Carly. Carly for a free throw line jumper left side. No good. Rebound high in the air. Kylie Cross will go back up strong. No good. Another offense rebound that blocked by Stewart. They're going to call a foul. Stewart was standing straight up. And she's not happy with the call, but Avery gets whistled for her first. Team's second. And to the line will be Kylie Cross to shoot 2. She has 6 points here this evening. And to the line now to shoot a couple is Kylie. First free throw is good. And Kylie will step up for another one now. And Kylie will square and release. And this one is no good. And Avery Stewart will also down the loose ball. So a 2-point lead for the Eagles. 9-7, 17 seconds to go, first quarter. And Morgan Roman checks the clock, crossing the timeline as they're at the 10-second mark. Roman now on top of the Rydeswitz. She'll bounce over to Barrett. Barrett head fake 3 left wing. Now she'll feed Stewart. Stewart little turnaround jumper to left hand. Bricked it off, no good. Rebound being fought for. Rydeswitz come out of the pile with it. Rydeswitz feeds a 3 at the buzzer. Just missed. Had a nice look at it. Couldn't get it to go. And the Eagles will take the lead as a horn sounds to end the first quarter. 9-7 Stephenson. Back after this.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating for the whole team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject. I'm State Farm Agent Brent Narrett, and that's why I focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on, by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brent Narrett, serving Wisconsin and Michigan.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And back at it right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. I'm Josh Kellner here with you again, girls basketball action from Stephenson, Michigan. It's the Eagles on top of the Maroons, 9-7. Hey, February 5th is Pink Out Night for girls basketball. Support breast cancer. Breast cancer awareness. All proceeds to benefit Bay Area Medical Center. Check that out on February 5th in Menominee High. The Eagles inbounded to start the second quarter. On top, it's Carly Johnson out of Wengren over to Autumn Reisner. Reisner takes a 6-foot pop shot, no good. Reiswitz fights over the rebound and takes it away from Tori Wengren. Outlet pass now to Roman, and they'll slow it down. And Roman coming up with 7:35 to go in this first half. She'll pick up her dribble, look for Mikowski, instead it's Paige Beard to the right wing. Back on top to Roman. And Roman over to Reiswitz left elbow. Reiswitz directing traffic. 2-3 zone by the Stephenson Eagles. Now over to Roman. Back on top to Stewart. And Stewart drives in until it's shake a jumper up. The glass is good for Avery Stewart, who now has 6 points for the Menominee Maroons. All tied up at 9 here near Bay City's radio dial. And across the timeline quickly, Carly Johnson. And Johnson now. Lob pass over to Wengren. Now for a long two. If it was in the line, it's good for Carly Johnson. Yeah, her toe was in the line right in front of the official. He saw it, marked it a two right away. A long two at that. She has nice range for Carly. Back to the way the Maroons take a shot. It's Reiswitz in the low post. Couldn't get it to go. She's fighting for the loose ball, and it nearly goes out of bounds. And Reiswitz tried to save it as she was the last one to touch it and couldn't get there in time, and the Eagles will get it back. So a 2-point lead for Stephenson with 6:50 to go here in this opening half. Getting a call from head coach Shayna Beal is Kelsey Johnson. Now on top to Reisner. Carly Johnson. The pass was tipped by Avery Stewart, and Stewart trying to get the turnover, and it goes out of bounds, and she knocked it off of Tori Wengren. Good play on her part. Avery Stewart's pure hustle knocked it off the leg of Tori Wengren, and now the Maroons will inbound with Whitney Mikowski. Off the bench and check in for Menominee will be Karina Anderson, and Karina is going to come in for Avery Stewart, give her a break. So on the floor, it's Roman, Barrett, Mikowski, Reiswitz, and Anderson for the Menominee Maroons. Tori Wengren, Kelsey Johnson, Carly Johnson, Autumn Reisner, and Kylie Cross all on the floor for the Stephenson Eagles. Paige Reiswitz now to the left wing. Nearly had it stolen as she passed it to Karina Anderson. It was Anderson who nearly had it stolen. And then it was tied up by Carly Johnson and her. And jump ball situation, arrow in favor of Menominee. So Paige Barrett will work it in underneath her own basket. So Barrett will throw high on top to Morgan Roman. And Roman between the wheels. So Morgan directing some traffic right here. She'll find Barrett to the right side. That's actually Reiswitz. Now to Whitney Mikowski to the right corner. Mikowski back over to Paige. Paige to Paige. Reiswitz to Barrett. Now to Roman to the left corner. Head fake three. Over to Barrett. Barrett finds lane. She'll drive in. Kick it over to Paige. Reiswitz to the right corner. Reiswitz back on top to Barrett. She'll heave a three from the right wing. Off the back of the iron. Too strong. Then it hits the cable that's above the backboard. Marking out of bounds. And the ball will go to the Stephenson Eagles, who lead it by a couple, 11-9. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. At girls basketball action with Kelsey Johnson left side for the Eagles. Now it's Carly Johnson. Carly to Kelsey. Kelsey running the lane. She'll find it, and a little finger roll for her is up and good. Swish that one home. Kelsey Johnson's first points today. It is now a 4-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles, their largest of the night. Roman to Barrett to the right side. Now back over to Roman for a three. Right corner for Morgan. Rimmed out, no good. Rebound again by Carly Johnson. And Carly pushing right side of the floor. She'll feed it to Kelsey Johnson. Kelsey over to Carly. Now back over to Kelsey. 2-3 zone by the Menominee Maroons. They'll feed it down below. It was tipped, nearly stolen, and it works its way over to Tori Wengren for an easy lay-in. Her fourth point today. The lead now up to 6 for the Eagles, and Head coach Lucas Schnard needs to take a full timeout. Full timeout down below. I'll take one as well. Back after this.
Let me tell you, Advanced Motors, located in Coleman, has AMSOIL for all your motorcycle, ATV, marine, and vehicle needs. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Are you or your student moving? Advanced Motors, a U-Haul dealer, also carries packing and moving supplies for all your needs. Stop in or call today at 920-897-2677. That's 920-897-2677. Whew, that's right.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank, member C.
And back at it right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. I have my daughter in the booth up here with me tonight. She's having fun watching some girls basketball.
Instruction.
In case you heard me talking to her, that's who's up here with me today. Paige Reiswitz on top. It's 15-9. With Stephenson on top. Morgan Roman now topside to Stewart. Stewart drives to the free throw line. She'll kick it over to the left side. Now it's back over to Stewart between the wheels, over to Paige Reiswitz. 2-3 zone by the Stevenson Eagles. Reiswitz on top to Roman. On Roman is Kelsey Johnson. And now she'll take it back over to the right elbow. Back on top to Reiswitz. The Maroons being very patient right now, down by 6. Roman now to Stewart. 4:47 to go here in the second quarter. Reiswitz finds the lane baseline. She'll drive in. It's partially blocked from behind, and it's taken away by the Eagles. Reiswitz had a nice look at it, nice little lane. Bree Burnett checking into the game now for the Menominee Maroons during that timeout, with Paige Barrett getting a little bit of a break. 2-3 zone by the Menominee Maroons. Long skip pass high on top for the Eagles. Kelsey Johnson now over to Carly Johnson. Pass on top, Tori Winger, and she'll heave it over to Kelsey Johnson left side. Over to Autumn Razor now. Pass nearly stolen, but it goes over to Kelsey Johnson. She'll weave her way in the baseline. Take a shot, no good, but she'll do the foul. And to the line, I believe it's going to be Kelsey Johnson. And Kelsey Johnson to the free throw line. As Bree Burnett picking up her first. Team's third on the Menominee Maroons with 4:15 remaining right here in this second quarter. And the first free throw is good for Kelsey Johnson. Paige Barrett and Whitney Mikowski back in for Menominee as Bree Burnett and Morgan Roman will exit. 7-point lead for the Eagles, her largest of the night. Now making an 8-point lead. Kelsey Johnson makes them both. She's got 4 points now. Avery Stewart on top to Reiswitz. Over to Barrett to the right corner. Mikowski low post right side. Whitney doesn't move. Kicks over to Karina Anderson and goes over her head on the bounce pass right through her fingers. She took her eye off it and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Stevenson as Carly Johnson tried to hustle it down. And then she fumbled it out. So Reiswitz will inbound now from the corner. She'll give it to Barrett. So Paige Barrett between the circles now for the Menominee Maroons. Over to the right wing. On top to Reiswitz. Over to Stewart. Stewart drives in. Baseline jumper for Avery. No good. Rebound Tori Wangren. Wangren, they feed it over to the right side. Coming up is Carly Johnson. And Johnson now on top. Over to Kelsey Johnson. Over to Haley Truitt, who's into the game for the Eagles. Now a 3 on the right side, airballed for Carly Johnson. Rebounded by the Eagles, and they turn it right back over. Truitt threw into the hands of Whitney Mikowski. Mikowski will give it to Paige Barrett with 3.5 remaining here in the second quarter. The Maroons only 2 points this quarter. Outscored 8-2 in the second. Barrett now to the right wing. And Barrett had it stolen by Haley Truitt. All the pass to the right side to Kelsey Johnson. Johnson tries to feed it to Winger and nearly goes out of bounds, but it somehow rolls over to her, and she'll roll it now back on top so they can reset things. Kelsey Johnson over to Carly Johnson. Carly drives the lane. They're going to call a blocking call as she fell to the floor, but they're going to call a little hip check on one of the Maroons. Paige Reiswitz getting whistled for her first, team's fourth. And now a timeout call by head coach Shane Appeal of the Stevenson Eagles. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 3:03 remaining in this second quarter. Yeah, if you're looking for a new set of wheels, check out Riverside Auto, located on Highway 64. Whether it's a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, they will help you get into the perfect car. That's Riverside Auto on Highway 64 in Marinette. I would also like to thank Bayside Motorsports. They specialize in performance work and aftermarket accessories to keep motorcycle, ATV, or snowmobiles running at the top of their game. Hey, best of luck from Bayside Motorsports in Swamico. A few participating sponsors helping me bring you this evening's contest from Stephenson High School. Again, it is 17-9. The Eagles on top of the Menominee Maroons. They're in an 8-2 run here in the second quarter. As Menominee was down by only a couple, ending the first quarter 7-9. Over to the right side now, the Eagles, Carly Johnson. Back on top between the circles, Kelsey Johnson. Haley Truitt out of control. Truitt whoops it over to Kelsey. Kelsey now over to Cross. Kylie Cross left corner on top to Carly Johnson. Spinning guarded very tightly by Paige Barrett. 2-3 zone by the Menominee Maroon girls defense. Over to Kelsey Johnson. They tried to feed Tori Winger, and it was knocked out of bounds by Karina Anderson. Good job by Karina Anderson to come up and jump in that passing lane. Morgan Roman in to replace Paige Reiswitz for Menominee. And the girls inbound for Stevenson. They throw it high on top to Kelsey Johnson. Kelsey drives in, shots out the glass, no good. Rebound being fought for. And the Eagles get another loose ball. They skip it over to the right side, driving in, kick over to Tori Winger for a baseline jumper, and it's good. She now has 6 points. And now we have a timeout called away from the ball. They called a foul on Stevenson Eagle, I believe, after the play. I believe Kylie Cross got whistled for something, her first. And now over to the right side, it's Paige Reiswitz, Morgan Roman. Roman on top to Avery Stewart. Stewart over to Barrett. Barrett for 3, left wing. Rattles, couldn't get it to go. Another rebound by Tori Wangren. And Wangren zipped it off of Kelsey Johnson's head, and it popped straight up in the air, and she got it down. So only like 3 or 4 feet from her, and Wangren threw a little velocity behind that one, but she regains control. And the inbound pass the pass to Kylie Cross in the low post is knocked away. Last touch by Whitney Mikowski. So the Eagles will inbound underneath their own hoop. They'll throw high on top to Kelsey Johnson. Johnson, now over to Carly Johnson. They rotate things on top now to Kelsey Johnson. Over to Carly. Now back over to Kelsey. Over to the right side. It's Kylie Cross. Now finding the lane, driving in Kelsey Johnson. She'll lob it over to the left side. Haley Truitt, a jumper, no good. Rebound being fall for. Good box of rebound. Tori Wangren, put back good. Tori Wangren, 8 points now for the Eagles. Back the other way. Roman drives a baseline and draws a foul. And they will whistle Haley Truitt for her first. Team second. I'm wondering if they gave Kylie Cross a foul or a warning before. There might have been a warning for 32. And the first free throw is no good for Morgan Roman. It's 21-9 Stevenson. And the second free throw is good for Roman. Roman's first point tonight. 11-point lead for the Stevenson Eagles. Down to Haley Truitt, left wing. Now back on top to Carly Johnson. Pass down below for a baseline jumper for Kylie Cross. Blocked by Avery Stewart, and it rolls over to Whitney Mikowski. To Roman. Tries to feed it length to the floor and threw it right into 2 Stevenson Eagles. Over to the right side, coming out Carly Johnson. And Carly will drop back, and she'll work to Tori Winger to the free throw line. Now back between the circles will be Kelsey Johnson. And Kelsey over to Carly. Now to the hands of Haley Truitt. Now back on top, Carly Johnson. Over to Truitt. They'll feed low post left side. Nearly stolen as it goes off of the shin of the Menominee Maroon player and out of bounds. And so the Eagles are now inbound underneath their own basket. And to Haley Truitt to trigger it in. And she does right away. Over to Kelsey Johnson. Johnson past everybody, that's rejected from behind by Paige Barrett. And they're going to call a foul as Paige Barrett, I guess, got her. Paige Barrett picks up her first, team's 5th. And the first free throw is a no good by Kelsey Johnson. She was 2 of 2, now she's 2 of 3. She has 4 points overall. With 48 seconds to go. Right here in this second quarter, the second one is good. 12-point lead for the Stevenson Eagles, 22-10. Roman passed everybody, layup off the last one's good. Or Morgan Roman had some nice little English on that one and spun it out the backboard and zipped it in. cuts the lead to 10 for the Stephenson Eagles. Kelsey Johnson past everybody, floats over to the right corner, backing in, taking a little fadeaway baseline jumper, and it's good. Nice little touch for Carly Johnson. She now has 4. Roman past everybody again to the free throw line. Over to Barrett for 3 to the right wing. Barely got rim. Rebounded by Anderson. Put back, hits the bottom of the rim as it was partially blocked. And the loose ball goes over to the Eagles with 15 seconds remaining here in this first half. Kelsey Johnson over to Truitt. Truitt drives to the free throw line. Now back on top to Johnson. Kicking over the right side to Carly Johnson. On top to Kelsey, and she traveled. Kelsey traveled before she worked the ball over to Carly. And the Eagles will turn it over with 6 seconds remaining, second quarter, and a lead by a dozen by Stephenson as they have the Maroons doubled up 24-12 girls basketball style. Roman with 2 seconds to go. Roman 1 second. She's not even looking at the clock. She'll heave it off, and they're going to say it wasn't off in time. She had to look at it from the right wing, and I don't think she paid attention to the clock, and then dribbled around and then heaved it. And it didn't get off in time, and the clock will buzz away to end the first half. The Stephenson Eagles with 24, the Menominee Maroons 12. Girls basketball action on your Bay Cities radio dial. I'll take a quick break and come back with some individual scoring after this right here on 103.7 FM or BayCitiesOnline.com.
Stephenson Zach, your local Temstar dealer. Experts in heating, cooling, and sheet metal. Fully insured in Michigan and Wisconsin. For your residential, commercial, and light industrial needs. Serving all brands. Installation in new construction and remodels. Along with preventative furnace and air conditioner maintenance. 24-hour emergency service available. Check out their website to see a full list of services offered at menzaandzac.com. Located at 60 Water Street in Marinette.
Go west on 180 at the holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on in to Riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead seats, you big bucks. Come take a ride. If you dare, out with the cows in the country air. You save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. From the west, take 64 until you get to our front door in Marinette. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
Integra First Federal Credit Union. We're proud you put your trust in us. We belong to you, and that's a plus. At Integra First, you will see we'll take good care of you and your family, enhancing lives one member at a time. Integra First Federal Credit Union.
From the family of the longest-lasting, most dependable full-size pickups on the road, your next Silverado can be found at Kane. 96 years and tested over millions of miles, Silverado now combines proven power with unparalleled V8 fuel economy and unmatched full-size pickup quietness with tough-as-nails ruggedness. At Kane, we call it Silverado. You'll call it your next truck. Find your Silverado at the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay, KaneGM.com, Ocano, and Marinette.
It's halftime right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee, Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. I'm Josh Kellner with you this evening. It's halftime with the Stephenson Eagles having the Menominee Maroons doubled up, 24-12, here from Stephenson High School. Let's take a look and see how we got here. Well, the Eagles scored 9 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second quarter for 24 first-half points, leading the way for them. 8 for Tori Rangren, 7 for Kylie Cross, 5 for Kelsey Johnson, and 4 for Carly Johnson. No one in foul trouble for the Eagles. 2 girls with one. Actually, 1 girl with 1. That's Haley Truitt. Let's take a look now at your Menominee Maroons. How did they get their first half? 12 points, 7 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. It's leading the way for Menominee as we have Avery Stewart with 6, then 3 apiece for Paige Barrett and Morgan Roman. Well, again, 7 points in the first quarter for Menominee and 5 in the second quarter for their 12. Foul trouble for the Maroons. No one with 2 fouls, but 5 of them with 1. Roman Reiswitz, Bree Burnett, Paige Barrett, and Avery Stewart. Again, halftime here, 24-12. The Stephenson Eagles on top of the Menominee Maroons. We'll take one more quick break, then I'll tell you about the events taking place at Menominee High School tomorrow before the boys' basketball game. On for this on your hometown radio station and BayCitiesOnline.com.
Esser Glass of Menominee has over 100 years of experience in the glass business. Visit the glazing contractors at Esser's for all your glass needs, such as general glass replacement in windows and frames, custom mirrors, insulated glass units, screen replacement, or frameless glass shower doors. Esser Glass is proud to be a Menominee Maroon sponsor in the community. Esser Glass at 821 7th Street in Menominee. Maroons, have a great season and good luck.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
And back at it right here in your Bay Cities radio dial. It is halftime, 24-12. The Stephenson Eagles on top of the Menominee Maroons. Girls basketball action right here from Stephenson. Well, tomorrow before the Menominee Maroon boys basketball game with the Maroons hosting the Marquette Redmen, there's going to be a little presentation. As a Super Bowl III champion from the New York Jets, Bill Rodemaker will be there. And he's going to present to the Menominee Maroons, well, the athletic director Jamie Schomer will accept it, the Wilson Golden Football. This is part of the NFL and the Super Bowl high school honor roll thing. It's celebrating high schools and communities that have contributed to Super Bowl history. And it's a platform designed to link past Super Bowls with this year's game and honor the high schools and communities that positively impacted the game of football. And since Bill Rodemaker graduated from Menominee and went on to play for the New York Jets, he will be there, and he's going to present Menominee with this golden football that'll go, in the trophy case. It's from the NFL Foundation. They're providing schools with a new character education curriculum and the opportunity to apply for grants up to $5,000 to help support and grow their football programs. And the NFL Foundation has invested $1 million towards this campaign. This is all taking place tomorrow before the varsity basketball game. The game is scheduled to start at 6:30. This presentation will take place about 6:15 in between the JV and the varsity games. And also, if you wear a maroon jersey, I believe you get into the game free. So looking forward to that coming up tomorrow from Menominee High School boys, or for the boys basketball game at Menominee High. All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be in halftime right in your Bay Cities radio dial. Stephenson leads it 24-12 over Menominee.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that makes people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Tony Furton focuses on how benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Tony Furton in Menominee at 906-863-4464 and put the life back in life insurance. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an iCar Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state, located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair. Stop in at Colonel K's Pasties to get a taste of the UP. Choose from their large variety of delicious homemade pasties, fresh or frozen, homemade soups made daily, coffee of the day, and their amazing soft serve ice cream. Make Colonel K's your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dine in, pick up, or drive through. You can't go wrong when you choose Colonel K's. Colonel K's Pasties, located on 10th Street in Menominee. The friendly food shaped like a smile. Stop in and pick up or drive through today.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do real estate mortgages, offer home equity options, and work with government loan programs. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust is here to serve you in 3 locations: Ludington Street in Marinette, Roosevelt Road in Marinette, and Highway 141 in Crivets. They can show you how to make your banking life easier, save you time, and save you money. Contact them today. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating for the whole team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject. I'm State Farm Agent Brent Merritt, and that's why I focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on, by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brent Merritt, serving Wisconsin and Michigan.
Like a good neighbor.
Well, it's halftime here from Stephenson, Michigan. Stephenson High School is where we're at officially, with the Stephenson Eagles on top of the Menominee Maroons girls basketball team, all doubled up 24-12 in favor of Stephenson. As halftime is winding down, I'd like to thank North Motorsports. And visit North Motorsports, the area's only full-line dealer of Honda, Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Snapper Outdoor Products. From their friendly sales staff to their certified service technicians, they've got you covered. Visit North Motorsports at 3711 10th Street in Menominee or give them a call, 906-863-5592. Well, the Stephenson Eagles will open up this second half, going to the hoop on the right on your Bay Cities radio dial, and Menominee will jump on over to the left side. And for Stephenson, Autumn Reisner, Carly Johnson, Kelsey Johnson, Kylie Cross, and Tori Wingren. For Menominee, Morgan Roman, Paige Reiswitz, Avery Stewart, Karina Anderson, and Paige Barrett all on the floor for the Menominee Maroons. And coming up topside will be Carly Johnson. The Maroons come on to man-to-man defense to start things off. Back on top now to Carly. Is Kelsey to Carly. Now back over to Carly between the circles. By the big S here in Stephenson. Left side now, Kelsey Johnson. She'll drive in. Doesn't want it. Now on top to Wangren. Now back into the corner for Autumn Reisner. Guarded held by Paige Bear. And they'll drop back to a 2-3 zone. And it's a traveling violation forced. And the Eagles will turn it over. And so the Maroons will get a shot at it. Try to cut this 12-point lead down. Morgan Roman to the top of the key. And Roman over to the top side now. Back over to Morgan. There she found Bear. Now to Reiswitz to the top of the key. 1-2-2 zone by the Stephenson Eagles. Reiswitz on top now. Morgan Roman, ball high above her head. Avery Stewart, low post. Now kicked over to Barrett. Head fake 3, left corner for Page. Barrett drives in. Now back over to Roman. Roman over to Stewart, left corner. Stewart drives baseline and was knocked away, stolen very easily that time by Carly Johnson. Just came up and took it away from Stewart. Johnson, now over to Kelsey Johnson. She'll drive the length of the floor over to Tori Wanger. She'll get a shot and she's fouled. And Tori Wanger will go and shoot free throws for the Stephenson Eagles. And they will whistle Karina Anderson for her first. Team's first here with 7:07 to go in the third quarter. First free throw, no good for Tori Wangren. Her first free throw attempts of the game. She has 8 points overall. And now Tori Wangren will step up for another one. And this one is good. It rattled its way home. And now Paige Beard across the timeline quickly for the Menominee Maroons. The Eagles on top now by a baker's dozen. Long 2 on the way for Paige Reiswitz. Couldn't get it to go. Stewart gets a rebound, fall into the floor. They're going to call it a traveling violation. I don't know how that was a travel. As she kept her feet moving, she was nearly pushed to the floor with 3 Eagles around her. They call it a travel as Avery Stewart threw that one up. And now coming up topside, Kelsey Johnson. And Kelsey works it into the left corner for Autumn Reisner. On top to Kelsey. Kelsey around the perimeter now. Now between the wheels. Paige Reiswitz hops it on her. They'll feed it to the right side to Autumn Reisner. Now back over to Kelsey Johnson. Kelsey drives in. She'll feed it to Reisner for a 3, and it's good. now it's a 15-point lead. I'm sorry, a 16-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles. 28-12. Morgan Roman to the left wing. On top, Paige Reiswitz, down to Paige Barrett to the right corner. And Barrett over to Roman. And now Morgan Roman. Back over to Barrett to the right wing. Reiswitz, left side. It'll be Morgan Roman. Karina Anderson cut in the hole. And she was fouled in low post left side on the floor. As they try to get the steal on her. As Carly Johnson picks up her first, team's first. And now Barrett to inbound underneath her own basket. And Barrett will throw high and top now to Morgan Roman. And Roman at the top of the key. No one picked her up. Now she just dropped back between the circles. Had a good look at a three at the top of the key. Roman passes it up. Now Paige Reiswitz top side. Reiswitz threw it right into the hands of Carly Johnson for the turnover. Over to Kelsey Johnson. Kelsey Johnson going length of the floor, and Roman fouled her and forcing her to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Johnson is 3 of 4 tonight shooting from that free throw line. She has 5 points overall. Morgan Roman picking up her second personal foul, second team foul. And Kelsey Johnson to the line. The first free throw is good. She has 6 points now totally. And now Kelsey Johnson will shoot another one. This one's up, and this one is also good. As Kelsey makes them both. 5:40 remaining here in this third quarter. 30-12 Eagles. Paige Barrett to the right wing. Barrett just wants to fire up a three, and it's a rimmed out, no good. Rebound, Carly Johnson. And Carly over to Kelsey. Kelsey to the left wing. Now over to Autumn Reisner, and they're going to say she was fouled by Paige Barrett going for the steal. Her second, team's third, with 5:25 to go in the third quarter. And Kelsey Johnson between the circles. Kelsey over to the right side to Autumn Reisner. Now back over to Kelsey. On top now, it'll be Autumn Reisner. She'll skip it over to the right side. And now they'll feed it to the low post. A little finger roll up there, no good by Carly Johnson. Rebounded by Avery Stewart. Avery, outlet pass to Morgan Roman. Roman now wants to run for the Maroons. She'll go past everybody and kick it over to Barrett for a three to the right corner. Got it. Paige Barrett gets her second three-pointer of the game. She now has 6 points. The lead cut to 15. And Eagles try to answer the three of their own. No good. Rebounded by Stephenson. Put back by Tori Winger and is good. It was rebounded by Kelsey Johnson, who just, did a little sidearm pass to her. Roman wants to go the length of the floor, and the shot was blocked out of bounds by Tori Winger. And so now Paige Barrett will inbound it underneath her own basket. 17-point Eagle lead, and Barrett will give it to Paige Reiswitz to the right corner. Reiswitz on top now, between the circles. Will be Roman. So Morgan Roman with the right hand over to Paige Reiswitz. Avery Stewart to the right corner for a long two air ball to read over to Kylie Cross. And Karina Anderson nearly got a steal, but the ball goes over to Carly Johnson. Tori Winger injuries all the way in. Layup missed, no good. It's on the floor. Who has it? It's all over. Rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Stephenson. And now Coach Chenard just got a technical foul because it was really ugly. A lot of pushing down below by the Eagles' part, and he argued it, and they gave him a technical foul.
We got a technical foul on the Menominee coach.
So a foul down below. And now the Eagles to shoot the free throws will be Kelsey Johnson. She will shoot two, and the Eagles will get the ball back. And the first free throw is good. (33-15), an 18-point lead. And this will make it 19, and it does. So she makes them both. And the Eagles will get the ball back. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. And Carly Johnson will get it back. And it'll be Kelsey Johnson. She'll feed it high in there, and the shot's rejected from behind by Paige Barrett out of bounds as Kylie Cross tried to drive the baseline, and Barrett came and swatted that one away. And Autumn Reisner to inbound underneath her own basket, and she'll throw high on top over to Kelsey Johnson. And a layup on the way up, no good. Rebounded by Paige Barrett to the Maroons. Barrett now running right side of the floor. And now Barrett to Morgan Roman to the free throw line. Over to Barrett now. Barrett for a three to the right side. Got it. Paige Barrett's third three-pointer of the game. She now has 9 points. 34-18. Stephenson on top of Menominee. And the Eagles Autumn Razor now left side, 3:44 remaining in the third quarter. 3 at the top of the key, no good. Offense rebound, put back up. They're going to call a foul where it was an easy jump ball as Avery Stewart had Autumn Razor completely tied up. The ball was in Avery Stewart's hands, and they called a foul on her. Avery Stewart gets whistled for her second personal, team's 5th. Stewart and Reiswitz will exit the game, and Bree Burnett and Jeanette Rivard checking back in. And Carly Johnson will get the inbound and then travel. And so the Maroons will get it back. Bree Burnett will give it to Morgan Roman. 3:37 to go, third quarter, 34-18, Stephenson. Roman over to Jeanette Rivard. And Rivard over to Paige Barrett. And Barrett now to the right wing. Back on top to Rivard. And Rivard over to the right side, Paige Barrett. Barrett for 3 to the right wing. Got it! Paige Barrett's 4th three-pointer of the game. And now we have a timeout call by head coach Shayna Beal of the Stephenson Eagles. With Menominee down by 13, 34-21. Timeout down below. I'll take one as well. Back after this, New Bay City's radio dial.
Let me tell you, Advanced Motors, located in Coleman, has AMSOIL for all your motorcycle, ATV, marine, and vehicle needs. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Are you or your student moving? Advanced Motors, a U-Haul dealer, also carries packing and moving supplies for all your needs. Stop in or call today at 920-897-2677. That's 920-897-2677. Whew, that's right.
And back at it right here in your Bay City's radio dial. Your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. It is 34-21. The Stephenson Eagles on top of the Menominee Maroons. Paige Barrett, a spark plug for Menominee. She has 4 3-pointers in this game for 12 points. And a timeout call by Shayna Beal of the Eagles, and the Maroons nearly got a turnover. Whitney McCosey, good hustle to try to get a steal. And it rolls over to Stevenson, and the loose ball flies to the other side of the floor. Morgan Roman has a steal right back. Roman, the 1-on-1 breakaway layup is blocked from behind. Good job by Roman to go the length of the floor, but sticking with her was Kelsey Johnson to block that ball. And Paige Barrett will inbound underneath her own basket now for Menominee. And Barrett will throw high on top to Roman. Roman head fake 3. She'll drive to the free throw line. Bounce over to McCoskey. McCoskey, little baseline jumper. Air ball rebounded by the Eagles. Carly Johnson over to Kelsey Johnson. And Kelsey across the timeline. Back over to Carly. She'll swing things. Swing it left side. Over to Morgan Pareto, who checked in. Then a pass is tipped and stolen by Roman again. Roman head fake, and it's blocked in from behind by Kelsey Johnson. And Avery Stewart checking back in for the Menominee Maroons. And she will replace Whitney McCoskey. And the official put the ball in play while the Maroons were still having the players coming off the field. And they'll have to reset things. Morgan Roman to the right wing. Jeanette Rivard to the free throw line. Rivard over to Barrett for 3. Right side for Paige. This one rimmed out, no good. Rebounded by Carly Johnson. And Carly now coming up to the right side. And it's nearly knocked away by Avery Stewart. Then it's knocked out of bounds off of the leg of Morgan Roman. As Roman nearly had a good steal, Avery Stewart popped that one off of the body of the Eagle player. Then it bounced off the leg of Roman, who was going for it. Inbound pass to Tori Wangren. Now on top, they'll swing things. Over to Kelsey Johnson. And Johnson over to Haley Truitt. She'll feed low post left side. And a traveling violation as Carly Cross got it. And Bree Burnett collapsed on her. 2:08 to go, third quarter. 34-21, 13-point lead here for the Stephenson Eagles. Girls basketball from Stevenson High School. Rivard to the left side. Avery Stewart now left corner. Stewart around the wheels. Zips over to Morgan Roman to the right wing. Roman head fake 3. She'll find a lane. Driving a little finger roll is heavily contested. And now the foul called. Roman will go to the line and shoot a couple free throws. As Tori Wingren picks up her first, team second, with 1:52 to go here in this third quarter. And Morgan Roman to the line. First free throw for Roman is good. She is now 2 of 3 tonight from the charity stripe and 4 points overall. And Morgan steps up for the next one. She'll square release, and this one is also good. So 1:50 remaining here in this third quarter. It is now an 11-point lead for the Eagles. Over to the left side. They feed down below. Getting away with a travel was Haley Truitt, and it's taken away by the Maroons anyways. Paige Barrett coming up top side. Pass everybody. Lobs it over to Stewart. Stewart's shot is good. Avery Stewart now with 8 points for the Menominee Maroons. They'll lead down to 9, 34-25. And now we have a foul called. And a little warning to the Stephenson bench now. As Bree Burnett picking up her second personal foul, the 6th team foul. Non-shooting foul. And now the Eagles inbound underneath their own basket. Carly Johnson at the top of the key. Now Tori Wangren. Skip pass on top. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Truitt, Tori Wangren. Pass over to the right side. Carly Johnson. She'll drive in. Baseline jumper. No good. Got her own rebound. Put back up. Blocked by Bree Burnett. Then Avery Stewart has the rebound. Over to Morgan Roman. A minute 10 to go in this third quarter. 9-point lead for Stephenson. 34-25. Roman at the top of the key. Now Avery Stewart. Stewart drives in. Now she'll drop back. And she'll take it to the top of the key. Zip it over to Roman to the right wing. Morgan Roman directing some traffic now. Into the corner for Jeanette Rivard. Avery Stewart, low post right side. Stewart doesn't move. In trouble. Lobs it back on top to Barrett. Barrett checks left, checks right. Now she'll drive to the right side and kick it over to Rivard to the right wing. And now a timeout call by head coach Lucas Schnarr for the Menominee Maroons. A 30-second timeout. With 46 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Maroons are chipping away. They're down by as much as 19. Now they're down by 9 with this 10-0 run, which is applied in front of us. We'll take a quick TO back after this.
Peshtigo National Bank, your locally owned independent community bank, supports all local high school sports. Since opening in 1901, they've grown to 5 locations in Peshtigo, Coleman, Oconto Falls, Gillett, and Marinette. Hometown banking with your neighbors and friends, Peshtigo National Bank has proudly served the community for over 100 years. Locally owned community banks support and help fund local projects. Keep your banking local and speak with a representative today. Good luck to all area high school teams from Peshtigo National Bank, member FDIC.
Well, 46 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. It is 34-25. The Menominee Maroons find themselves in a hole to the Stephenson Eagles girls basketball action here from Stephenson High School. After the timeout call by head coach Lucas Schnarr, the Maroons will inbound right in front of him. Karina Anderson will do so. Now it's Morgan Roman on top of Paige Reiswitz. And Reiswitz, we have a foul called. Away from the ball on Karina Anderson. Don't know what the call was. It's the 7th team foul. And it was an offensive foul, and the official wanted to go and shoot a 1-on-1. And coming up now, top side, will be Kelsey Johnson. And Johnson over to the right wing to Carly Johnson. Back on top to Kelsey Johnson. And Johnson, top side, she'll feed down low to Carly Johnson. Shots up, no good, but a foul called, I believe, by Paige Barrett. And Carly Johnson will go and shoot a couple free throws. So Barrett picks up her third, the 8th team foul on Menominee with 25 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Carly Johnson to shoot 2. First one is no good. With that, she'll shoot another one, though. It was a shooting foul. So Carly Johnson to the line. She'll square, release, and this one is good. She makes 1 of 2, 5 points now overall. 24 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 35-25, 10-point lead for the Eagles. Reiswitz top side now to Paige Barrett left wing. And Barrett feeds Avery Stewart. Low post left side. She'll do move baseline over to Karina Anderson for a jumper. Too strong, no good. Rebound being fought for. Roman has it. And they're going to say Roman is fouled on the floor with 8 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And it was a Carly Johnson for that one. Her second, team's third. And Paige Barrett will inbound underneath her own basket. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Roman wants to heave a 3. No one picked her up. No good. Rebounded by Stephenson. Nearly stolen back by Roman, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stephenson with 2 seconds to go. Roman knocked that one off of Carly Johnson. And Karina Anderson to inbound with 2 seconds to go. She'll give it to Roman. Roman gets a shot off, and it's nearly good. It hit the front of the rim like it was going in, and it popped out. And that will expire the third quarter. A 10-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles, 35-25. Back after this in your Bay City's radio dial.
Minza and Zach, your local Tempstar dealer. Experts in heating, cooling, and sheet metal. Fully insured in Michigan and Wisconsin. For your residential, commercial, and light industrial needs. Serving all brands. Installation in new construction and remodels. Along with preventative furnace and air conditioner maintenance. 24-hour emergency service available. Check out their website to see a full list of services offered at menzaandzack.com. Located at 60 Water Street in Marinette.
Go west on 180 at the holiday to save on cars and trucks every day. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive west on 180 to the riverside. You get to the roundabout, make sure you yield. Don't go straight, cause it's all cornfields. Just turn left when you see that sign. Come on in to the riverside. We'll find what you're looking for. Just show up at our front door. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. No overhead seats, you big bucks. Come take a ride. If you dare, out with the cows in the country air. You save big money on your next ride when you see your friends at Riverside. From the west, take 64 until you get to our front door in Marinette. You're sure to save a bundle when you take that drive. One way or another, get to Riverside. One way or another, get to Riverside.
Well, the fourth quarter is underway here. The Maroons open up with it. Avery Stewart turns around and lays it in. A few quick passes, and Avery Stewart will pump it in as she gets her 10th point today. Menominee now down by 8, 35-27. And the Eagles back to the other side. Tori Winger, low post. She'll muscle one up, and it's good. She now has 13 points for the Eagles. The lead back up to 10. Over to the right side, Paige Barrett to the wing. Barrett on top to Paige Reiswitz. And Reiswitz looks in. Menominee is still going to the hoop on the left on your base city's radio dial. Morgan Roman topside now. She'll feed Avery Stewart, who's all along the baseline for a jumper and airballed it. Was wide open, too strong on the baseline. Rebounded by the Eagles. Carly Johnson now right side of the floor with 7 minutes remaining in this game. Over to Haley Truitt. She'll feed down low to Tori Winger. And it was knocked away. It's stolen, but it goes right back. It was nearly stolen. Haley Truitt hustled it down. Then she had it and lost it out of bounds, and it will be Menominee ball. The Maroons kind of trying to climb back into this game. They're down by as much as 19, but 3 3-pointers in the third quarter by Paige Barrett has helped them kind of get back into it. She has 12 points overall. Barrett now to the top of the key with Menominee down by 10. Reiswitz on top to Roman. She'll feed Barrett to the right wing. Barrett, Avery Stewart to the free throw line. Turnaround shot for Stewart, no good. Roman fighting for the rebound with Tori Winger, and actually that will be Kylie Cross will get the board as she has a height advantage on her. Kelsey Johnson will zip it over to Carly Johnson on the other side of the floor. Now back on top to Kelsey between the circles. 2-3 zone by the Menominee Maroons. 6:22 to go in this contest. Over to Kelsey Johnson. Now Carly Johnson. And Kelsey dropping back. And she'll pick it up. And work it back over to the corner. Just playing catch. The two sisters are Carly and Kelsey. And now we have a timeout called by head coach Shayna Beal of the Stevenson Eagles. Another full timeout down below with 6:08 to go. I might as well take another back after this.
Integra First Federal Credit Union. We're proud you put your trust in us. We belong to you, and that's a plus. At Integra First, you will see we'll take good care of you and your family. Enhancing lives, one member at a time. Integra First Federal Credit Union.
From the family of the longest-lasting, most dependable full-size pickups on the road, your next Silverado can be found at Kane. 96 years and tested over millions of miles, Silverado now combines proven power with unparalleled V8 fuel economy and unmatched full-size pickup quietness with tough-as-nails ruggedness. At Kane, we call it Silverado. You'll call it your next truck. Find your Silverado at the #1 truck destination north of Green Bay, KaneGM.com, O'Connell, and Marinette.
And back at right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. Josh Kellner with you again this evening. Girls basketball action from Stevenson High School. 10-point lead for the Eagles, 37-27. As head coach Shayna Beal just took a timeout with 6 minutes remaining in this game. Over to the left side, Carly Johnson. Now she'll work it over to Haley Truitt. Rotate things back on top to Kelsey Johnson. Morgan Roman hops on her defensively. The Maroons in a man-to-man defense now. The ball was nearly stolen as it went over the head of Kylie Cross and rolls over to Carly Johnson. Johnson between the wheels. Now back over to Carly. Kelsey Johnson on the floor. The two sisters here. And Stevenson terrific athletes, not just in basketball, even in volleyball. Driving baseline, Kelsey Johnson. On top now, left side, rotate things to Carly Johnson. Carly swings it over to the right wing to Tori Wingren. Pass to the top of the key now, Morgan Pareto, or actually it's not Pareto, I'm sorry. Drive it in, it's Haley Truitt. The rebound and no good, put in, no good. Rebounded by Paige Reiswitz now for the Menominee Maroons. Reiswitz finds Barrett the length of the floor. Barrett finds a move, she'll spin the low post right side. Barrett left hand, nice move, couldn't get it to go. Wingren got the rebound. Good effort by Barrett, just couldn't seem to drop it in. The length of the floor now, Carly Johnson. Stewart cuts out the baseline, Johnson heaves it up, no good. Rebound being fought for. Over the back, should have been called. Tori Wingren gets an easy lay-in. She jumped over the back of Karina Anderson. Anderson nearly fell to the floor, then Wingren just threw it up there and dropped it in. The Eagles now have lead by 12. Barrett now to the left wing. Anderson to the free throw line. Tried to work it to Stewart, and it was tipped away and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Menominee. And Stewart got a foot on that one. It swinged out. Whitney Mikulski checking in now for Karina Anderson. So Mikulski back onto the floor for Menominee. 4:39 remaining, 12-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles. Kelsey Johnson, met by Morgan Roman at the half-court stripe. Over to the right wing now, Carly Johnson. Barrett on Carly Johnson. She'll feed it to Kelsey Johnson to the right corner. Roman cuts off the baseline. Roman going for the steal now. Kelsey Johnson will spin, heave up a hook shot, and it's good. Kelsey Johnson now with 11 points for the Eagles with 4:15 remaining. And Morgan Roman is fouled driving the lane. And non-shooting foul. Carly Johnson picking up her third, team's fourth. Kaylee McCarvick coming in for the Stephenson Eagles now, replacing Kylie Cross. And Barrett will inbound. Avery Stewart for a free throw line jumper, no good, missed it right away. And now we have a foul call on Menominee. And Paige Reiswitz, her second, to walk to the length of the floor and go and shoot the bonus. And Tori Wangren to go and shoot the bonus. As Tori Wangren will step up as she was fouled. She has 15 points overall. And Autumn Reisner checking back in. She replaces Haley Truitt. And Wangren to shoot the first one of the bonus, and she'll only shoot one, missing it. And now the rebound by Paige Barrett to the right wing. Barrett head fake three over to Whitney Mikulski to the right corner. Mikulski on top to Barrett. Barrett wants to hurt, but three topside. Got it! Paige Barrett's fifth three-pointer of the game. She now has 15 points. 11-point lead for the Eagles. 41-30. 3:50 to go in this game. Kelsey Johnson across the timeline. And coming up topside, Roman cuts out the baseline now. A little help from Whitney Mikulski. And now they'll lob it to the left side to Carly Johnson. Johnson works to Tori Wingren. Low post to the right side. Tori Wingren will now hand it off to Carly Johnson. Carly being guarded totally by Paige Barrett. She'll spin, take it to the baseline, over to Wangren for a little jumper up, and it's good. And now we have a young woman lost her headband. Stoppage of play, and Carly Johnson will put her hair back up. Roman now. Paige Reiswitz to the left wing. 13-point lead, 43-30 in favor of the Eagles. Paige Barrett jumps on lane travel. Little jump stop, then an extra step. And it will be Eagle ball with 3:19 to go. And coming up topside will be Tori Wangren. Full court press applied by Menominee. More of a half-court trap. Carly Johnson, and now we have a over and back violation. As Kelsey Johnson wasn't completely across the half-court stripe yet. And they worked it to her. And it will be Menominee ball. And Roman now topside to Paige Reiswitz. Reiswitz over to Avery Stewart, left corner. Stewart over to Reiswitz. Over to Mikulski. Mikulski back over to Reiswitz, and she'll work it on top of Barrett for a three, and it's too strong, no good. Rebounded by Mikarviak. So Kaylee Mikarviak got the rebound. And now coming up is Kelsey Johnson. And the ball's on the floor. It rolls over into the hands of Tori Wingren. Wingren fires up a shot. No good. Rebound put back up and no good again. Got her own rebound. This time she's fouled. The Maroons just aren't even there fighting for the rebound. Tori Wingren is all alone standing by herself getting easy boards. And she finally got it to go. And then when the Maroons finally got there, they fouled her. Morgan Roman picking up her third personal. And Tori Wingren to the line to shoot two. It's a 10th team foul on Menominee. The first one is no good. It's kind of tough calling this game for the Eagles, especially when you have two Johnson girls, Carly and Kelsey, but it's Carly Johnson, Kelsey Johnson. There's also Kylie Cross, and there's Kaylee Hakarbiak. Johnson misses them both. Avery Stewart gets the rebound. 13-point Eagle lead, 43-30. 2:32 to go in the game. Roman pass everybody. Passes baseline to Reiswitz, and it was stolen by a Stephenson Eagle, and the young lady lost it out of bounds. And Kaylee Hakarbiak. And so Paige Barrett will just re-inbound underneath her own basket this time. Barrett to Stewart. Stewart catches it, and she'll use the glass and put it in. I think she kind of caught the Eagles sleeping a little bit on the inbound play. Avery Stewart now at 10 points. And Tori Wingren has it at the half-court stripe. They'll break the timeline. Carly Johnson, the full-court press applied. A three on the way, and it is good by Autumn Reisner, her second three-pointer of the game. That was a big one. Now it leads up to 14. Avery Stewart drives in, shots up the glass, and good. And Avery Stewart will drop it in. And now a quick timeout call by Lucas Chenard with the Maroons down by a dozen. 46-34. Timeout down below. I'll take one as well. Back after this, near Bay City's radio dial.
Esser Glass of Menominee has over 100 years of experience in the glass business. Visit the glazing contractors at Esser's for all your glass needs, such as general glass replacement in windows and frames, custom mirrors, insulated glass units, screen replacement, or frameless glass shower doors. Esser Glass is proud to be a Menominee Maroon sponsor in the community. Esser Glass at 821 7th Street in Menominee. Maroons, have a great season and good luck.
Looking for a credit union that truly cares about you and the community you live in? Then you ought to stop and see the folks at Bayshore Credit Union. Membership is open to anyone living or working in Marinette, Menominee, and Oconto counties. Whether it's everyday banking, a new auto loan, new mortgage, even a consolidation loan, they can help. And it's never too early to start establishing good credit. Bayshore Credit Union, located at 1514 Cleveland Avenue, Marinette. They're looking forward to meeting you.
Well, 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this contest. It's a 12-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles, 46-34. And the Menominee Maroons head coach Lucas Chenard just took a timeout. The Maroons trying to chip away at times, but then the Eagles would answer. And a full court press will be applied by Menominee. And Stephenson will have it with Kelsey Johnson. Roman will work Kelsey the length of the floor and stick with her and cut her off, forcing her back on top between the wheels. Now over to Carly Johnson. And Carly over to Kelsey with 1:52 to go in this game. The Maroons playing really heavy pressure right now. As Kelsey will drive in. Now cut right back. Roman on her. And now they'll trap her and swing it back on top now to Carly Johnson. Johnson drives in over to the right side. Kaylee Hakarbiak takes a shot, no good. Tori Wingren a rebound. She'll go back and strong. Lost the ball. It'll be a traveling violation. She fouled with the ball, and when she went to get it right back, it was guilty of a travel. And the Maroons will get it right back. And now coming up will be Morgan Roman for Menominee with 1:32 to go. Avery Stewart for a long jumper from the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Kaylee Hakarbiak. And it will be Carly Johnson. Over to Kelsey Johnson. Now Carly Johnson made a timeout of 80 seconds ago. Paige Barrett coming up to foul her, and they do to stop the clock. Oh, no, they call a full timeout first by head coach Shayna Beal before Barrett got a chance to foul her. So that'll stop the clock with 1:19 to go. Another timeout down below. I might as well take one back after this.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that makes people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Tony Furton focuses on how benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Tony Furton in Menominee at 906-863-4464 and put the life back in life insurance.
Well, 1:19 remaining in this contest. Girls basketball action from Stephenson High School. It's 46-34, a 12-point lead for the Stephenson Eagles. Hey, if you're looking for a new set of wheels, check out Riverside Auto, located on Highway 64 in Marinette. Whether it's a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, they will help you get into the perfect car. With 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining, the Eagles are going to try to hold on to this one. And Carly Johnson to inbound it. And she does to Kelsey Johnson. Roman on her right away. And Kelsey nearly had it stolen. It is stolen by Avery Stewart. Stewart, 1-on-2 breakaway. She'll keep it herself. Leading with the lift on the way. Too strong. Rebound to Paige Reiswitz. And Reiswitz falling to the floor. They're fighting for the loose ball. And now we have a jump ball situation. Arrow in favor of the Stephenson Eagles. With 65 seconds to go. The Maroons again to apply a full court press. Autumn Reisner will work it in. And now it's Carly Johnson. Over to Tori Wingren as they break the timeline. And Paige Barrett comes up now on top. They'll find Kelsey Johnson. And Johnson over to the right wing, over to Tori Wingren. Now back on top to Johnson. Morgan Roman being very tight, trying to go for the steal now. Now they'll call a foul with 51 seconds to go. Morgan Roman picking up her fourth. And stepping up to shoot free throws will be Kelsey Johnson. She'll be shooting 2. She's 11 points overall. And 7 of 8 from the free throw line. And the first free throw is no good. She will shoot another one, though. 12-point lead for Stephenson. 46-34, girls basketball from Stephenson High School. Johnson's next free throw is good. So she gets one to drop in. And now Paige Reiswitz for the Maroons comes up to the left wing. And Reiswitz in trouble now. She'll find Avery Stewart. Stewart finds the lane baseline. She'll drive in and pull up for a jumper. No good. She short-armed that one. Rebounded by Autumn Reisner. With 33 seconds to go and they foul Reisner, Paige Barrett will do so. Paige Barrett now with her fourth personal foul with 34 seconds to go. They'll walk it back to the other side of the floor, and Autumn Reisner will go and shoot 2 because of the double bonus. And stepping up, Reisner will square and release, and this one is good. Autumn Reisner makes her first. She has 7 points now overall. As Autumn Reisner to the line again. And this one is no good. Rimmed out, rebounded by Paige Barrett. 32 seconds ago. Barrett hustles across the timeline. She'll square up for a 3 from the right wing, and it's airball. The Reiswitz is there for the rebound, though, for Menominee. Paige comes up to the right corner. Paige with the crossover. She'll drive in and pull up for a baseline jumper. No good. Stewart the rebound, and Stewart falls to the floor, and she was fouled. With 21 seconds remaining. As Kaylee Hukarvik picking up her first non-shooting foul. Fall on the floor on the rebound by Avery Stewart. With 21 seconds to go, it's a 14-point Stephenson Eagle lead. The Maroons cut it down by as much as 9 in this quarter, as they were down by 19 at one point. Roman, NBA 3, top of the key, rimmed out, no good. Rebounded by Stephenson. All the pass, stolen by Roman. Morgan Roman has on the baseline. Roman dribbles out of trouble with a lob over to Mikowski. Mikowski uses the glass and lays it in. Whitney Mikowski's first points today. 6 seconds remaining, full court press applied. And they'll feed it to Tori Wangren. And Wangren over to the right side. They'll let the clock expire, and they do. So 48-36, the Stephenson Eagles defeat the Menominee Maroons. Girls basketball action. We'll take a quick break. I'll add them up for you, and we'll see if head coach Lucas Chenard will join us or not. Talk to him beforehand. We'll wait and see if he comes here up at the booth or not. So I'll take a quick break and add them up. And be back after this near Bay City's radio dial.
Auto Body and Truck Repair has over 25 years of experience to make your repairs fast, easy, and worry-free. With around-the-clock towing, electronic estimating, early drop-off, pickup, delivery, and the comfort of knowing Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair is an iCar Gold Class shop, one of only 25 in the state. Located on the corner of Highway 64 and 180 in Marinette. Call 715-732-4544. That's 715-732-4544 to get your estimate today. Prestige Auto Body and Truck Repair. They take the worry out of your collision repair. Stop in at Colonel K's Pasties to get a taste of the UP. Choose from their large variety of delicious homemade pasties, fresh or frozen. Homemade soups made daily. Coffee of the day and their amazing soft serve ice cream. Make Colonel K's your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dine in, pick up, or drive through. You can't go wrong when you choose Colonel K's. Colonel K's Pasties, located on 10th Street in Menominee. The friendly food shaped like a smile. Stop in and pick up or drive through today.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust offers a variety of loan programs, vehicle loans, personal loans, and commercial loans. They do real estate mortgages, offer home equity options, and work with government loan programs. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust is here to serve you in 3 locations: Ludington Street in Marinette, Roosevelt Road in Marinette, and Highway 141 in Crivets. They can show you how to make your banking life easier, save you time, and save you money. Contact them today. Farmers and Merchants Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Where can you go to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Dexter's. Dexter's in Menominee has enough seating for the whole team and a menu to fit everyone's taste and appetite. Or call ahead and take your order to go. Dexter's looks forward to seeing you this year. Good luck to all M&M Sports participants. Dexter's, located on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Check out their menu online at dextersrestaurantonline.com and like us on Facebook.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject. I'm State Farm Agent Brent Narrett, and that's why I focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on, by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brent Narrett, serving Wisconsin and Michigan.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let me tell you, Advanced Motors, located in Coleman, has AMSOIL for all your motorcycle, ATV, marine, and vehicle needs. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Are you or your student moving? Advanced Motors, a U-Haul dealer, also carries packing and moving supplies for all your needs. Stop in or call today at 920-897-2677. That's 920-897-2677. Whew, that's right.
And back at it right here in your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette, and BayCitiesOnline.com. Josh Kellner along with you again this evening from Stephenson High School. The Stephenson Eagles girls basketball team defeat the Menominee Maroons 48-36. Let's take a look and see how we got here. Starting out first with the visiting team tonight, the home team tonight, the Stephenson Eagles. How did they get their victorious 48? Well, they are leading the Menominee Maroons by 12 at halftime, 24-12, and they led it by as much as 19 in the third quarter. Menominee kind of chipped back to pull within 9, but they just couldn't seem to get over the hump, as the Eagles would always have an answer. And Tori Wingren led the way with 17 points tonight for Stephenson, 12 for Kelsey Johnson, 7 apiece tonight for Autumn Reisner and Kylie Cross, and then 5 for Carly Johnson. Let's take a look now at your Menominee Maroons. How did they get their 36 points this evening? Well, leading the way for them, 15 for Paige Barrett. She had 5 3-pointers tonight as the Maroons try to keep this one interesting. 14 for Avery Stewart tonight for Menominee. Then 5 for Morgan Roman and 2 for Whitney Mikowski. Again, the final score, 48-36 in favor of Stephenson. Well, the junior varsity game wrapped up earlier tonight with the Menominee girls basketball team winning the JV contest, 53-36. Was the final score there in the junior varsity matchup. Well, next up for Menominee, they're going to be hosting the Escanaba Eskimos on Monday for a 7 o'clock tip as they start off their first conference game. And next up for me is boys basketball tomorrow, with the Menominee Maroons hosting the Marquette Redmen in Super Bowl III. New York Jet Bill Rodemaker is going to be there, giving the Menominee Maroons a goal of football to present, part of the Super Bowl 50. As head coach Lucas Chenard out of the locker room, quickly here to join me. Hey, Coach, thanks for taking the time. It's a long way up here, and it's warm up here in the box.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah,
a little toasty.
A little bit of a heat wave. Had to roll up the sleeves when I got up here. But, a tough game here tonight, 48-36. Paige Barrett trying to keep your Maroons in it, jacking some threes in the end. She finished with 15 points overall. But, again, we talked about it in the pregame. Don't get into a hole. You guys got down by 12 at halftime and at one point 19 in the third quarter.
Yeah, I thought, we came out with the intensity we needed the first 2 minutes. But it almost seemed like we were satisfied with what we did those first 2 minutes, and we kind of got into a lull defensively. We didn't play as well defensively. With the intensity we needed in on offense, it almost seemed like we were satisfied with what we got there. We weren't playing with very good pace on the offensive end either, which made it very difficult. We weren't able to expose what we thought we could expose, and they were able to cash in on our lack of defensive intensity on the offensive end. They had 10 offensive rebounds in that first half, 18 for the game. We can't give teams that are as good as Stephenson second chance opportunities, and they definitely took advantage of that.
Definitely won the battle on the boards tonight. I don't keep track of rebounds, but you tell me, and you can pretty much tell. I thought it was probably even more than that. But second chance opportunities, especially Tori Wingren towards late in the game. The big bucket, I think, Autumn Reisner was the sixth man, I'll say, for Stevenson came out and she hit a 3 in the fourth quarter, and then you knew it was pretty much like lights out.
Yeah, we were making a little bit of a comeback there, and credit the girls. They even though we were in that hole, they never gave up, and yeah, that was kind of the nail in the coffin there. We started to claw back, and we said, if we get a stop here, we might be able to push another one, because we were doing all right from the outside, at that point in time, and we just weren't able to do it.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned the first 2 minutes of the game. Because I was watching it, and you guys came and played. You played extremely well. You were winning them at that point. You're winning the majority of the first quarter, and then the final, we'll say, 90 seconds and 2 minutes of the first quarter, the Eagles took over. Then it was really down from there.
Yeah, we went in a 14-minute slump there, up until halftime, and we just can't do that. Told the girls right at the end of the game there, we got to finish it. When we have a team as good as Stephenson is, we have to play the entire game. The minute you have a lull like that, they are able to capitalize, and they definitely took advantage of our lack of intensity on the defensive end and, our lack of execution on the offensive end.
All right, Coach. Well, now you can close the book on the Stephenson Eagles, and it gets tough for you guys. It's hard to believe we're into January, and you have your first conference game coming up on Monday.
Yeah, we got a big stretch of conference games here, and, we really gear up for this time of the year. So, Escanaba is a very good opponent that we're going to have on Monday. They have a lot of size. So, hopefully all these non-conference games have prepared us well for the conference season. Yeah, well, we can hope that. So, Coach, I'm going to let you get at it, let you go cool off since it's so hot up here and you head back down there by your girls. I'm going to do the same thing. So, thanks a lot for joining me. I won't be at the game on Monday because the boys will be up here. But best of luck to you guys. I'll see you down the road. Okay, thanks. All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Head Coach Lucas Schnard up here joining me. Thanks, Sherman, for taking the time and coming up here after they lost by a dozen tonight. 48-36 was the final score. Again, the JV Menominee Maroons won 53-36 on the girls' basketball side of things here this evening. Again, I'll be on the air tomorrow for the boys' basketball as the Menominee Maroons will host Marquette for a 6:30 tip-off from Menominee High School as the Maroons into the conference. Looking forward to a GNC game against a very tough Marquette team. Menominee 1-0 in the conference play. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when the Maroons host the Marquette Redmen. Well, that about wraps up for me from Stevenson. Joey in the studio again doing a good job back there. Thanks again, Joey, the producer back in the studio, for putting me on the air. And I'm Josh Kellner. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow right here on your Bay Cities radio dial.